Chapter 12, Conquering Jupiter. And I guess we see how the Warden takes the news today. I'm gonna guess not well. The sun rises on the final day of band camp. I'm awoken by obnoxious pounding on my door first thing in the morning. Susie's already up and packing her suitcase, so she answers the door while I jam a pillow over my head.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Olive. What's up?
I need to talk to the drum major.
Oh no, is this about Alex? I have a name. I mumble grumpily into my pillow as Olive pushes her way into the room.
You need to do something about that little creep in the saxophone section.
Yep.
Who, Alex?
Yeah, he got aggressive with Pop-Tart in a misguided effort to impress me.
Oh, interesting. So you were upset about him getting aggressive with Pop-Tart. Interesting.
Get with it. Are you listening to me?
Okay, I guess I'm not going to be able to pass for a corpse. I forced myself out of bed with a loud groan. I heard you. That's really awful. I don't condone physical violence at all.
Now that you mention it, he was creeping on me the other day, too.
Do something about it, will you, Cadence?
Oh my gosh, why does this stuff keep falling to me? Because you're the... you're the drum major. I cannot handle this right now. The band is teetering on the edge of existence. Mr. Wiley's kidney is at stake. Alex trying to get some action is at the bottom of my list of priorities. Somehow, I managed to put on a serious face when I look at Olive. I'll take care of it.
Good.
She's a pushy one.
Well, it was time to start my day anyways. And what a day it's going to be.
Look at this! Still no service. Oh well, at least we're going home today.
Mm-hmm. Yep, last day of band camp, here we go. I eat a quick breakfast and get to the field bright and early. As I'm digging through my bag, I notice something shiny gleaming at the bottom of it. Oh, it's the Pop-Tart why can I not say that? It's the Pop-Tart gave me at the beginning of band camp. Wow, it feels like it's been a day and an age since then. I pick up the Pop-Tart and marvel at how far we've come. Heck, I could use the extra sustenance. I have a feeling it's going to be a long day and it might be a while before I can eat again. I tear off the wrapper and take a big bite of the strawberry treat. Grant me strength, blessed Pop-Tart! As I'm mentally preparing for what's to come, I notice Peter and Alex are already on the field. Peter looks like he's taunting his little brother, as always, but instead of wailing about it, Alex seems oddly quiet. Well, now seems like a good time to speak with him.
Just don't get dramatic on me when you lose.
I walk up as Peter leaves. Alex hardly seems to notice me and wears an expression of defeat. What was that all about?
Oh, Cadence. Hi.
Wow, don't sound so excited to see me. Is everything okay, Alex? You don't seem like yourself.
You're pretty observant, aren't you?
It's in the job description. So what's bothering you? And is there any way I can help? Now might be a good time to tell him to stop harassing the girls in the band, but he looks so sad I'm not sure if I can.
To tell you the truth...
Shoot, I have to go run stretches. We'll talk later, okay? Well, we'll find you later. I like this. I like these little, callbacks, I guess they're called, to Alex's side story. It's still happening. I hurry off. Gather round, everyone. It's the last day of band camp. Everyone cheers. The energy is high today. Let's hope it stays that way. We'll have a super brief basic session to loosen up, then we're jumping straight into finishing Jupiter. Woohoo! We're finishing the show!
Gosh, already? I can't believe it.
We're leagues ahead of where we were last year.
Correct.
The perks of having a competent band director.
That's right. You know what? I think we should all give Mr. Wiley a hand It's not just us who survived band camp. Mr. Wiley did too. He survived us! Laughing, everyone bursts into applause and cheers for Mr. Wiley. Aww. Isn't this nice? Isn't it nice to get some praise for this guy instead of him holding us hostage here for a change? For a moment, he stands there stunned by this unexpected praise. Then he waves it off sheepishly.
Ah, crazy kids.
Oh, stop it. You did all the hard work. A breeze ruffles my hair as the sun beams down and warms my skin. The weather is perfect today. It's a great day for band. We'll put our everything into this practice. Then the truth will be revealed. After basics, we begin learning the end to Jupiter. Mr. Wiley stays on the lift for most of practice. He seems a bit more pensive than usual. Hey! I wanted to point out someone who is doing a stellar job. Leon. Hey, nice. Huh? Leon, you joined our band late, but you've already learned all your sets and memorized your music, and you haven't complained one bit along the way. I know I gave you a hard time in the beginning. Sorry about that. But, well, I wanted to officially welcome you into the family. I couldn't be prouder to call you a bandit. I know you'll make us proud. Leon looks completely taken aback, his cheeks turning a bright red. After a moment of shock, he gathers himself and stands tall.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Just a second. Felt like there was something stuck in my throat. I think I'm okay. I'll do my best. Everyone moves in to congratulate him.
Keep it up, man.
Peter pounds him on the back. Good job, Leon. See, Felicity, you just gotta chill about it. Nice. Surprisingly, Felicity keeps her hands to herself and gives him a big smile instead.
Mm-hmm.
Leon's a great teacher, too. He's been helping me out a lot. I never doubted you would carry your weight. I bet Kraft is kicking herself for letting you get away.
All right.
Now get back to work. Well, that was wholesome. My nerves start to act up in the final hour of rehearsal as I brace myself for what's to come.
Congratulations.
Everyone, that's the last set in the show. Now let's put it all together once and for all. I can't imagine how Mr. Wiley is feeling. After all, he's going to do the majority of the talking, I'm sure. But I'll be there to back him up, and so will Garth. Set up for the final run of band camp. Gather in the end zone. I want everyone to march on. I think I can hear a quaver in Mr. Wiley's voice as our final practice of band camp draws to a close. I take my place at the front of the band to lead them onto the field. They chatter away excitedly, but I am quiet.
You good, Cadence?
Yes, just focusing. How about you, Susie? You good too?
Never better.
I touch her shoulder and we exchange smiles. I turn to address the full band. Ready, bandits? Make this the best show you ever had. Everyone cheers at my words.
To the ready.
The cheering stops. Everyone drops their hands to their sides, spreads their legs shoulder width, and bows their heads.
Band. 10 hut.
BMBMB.
We snap to attention. Pride swells fiercely in my chest. Aaron taps us off, and to my surprise, the drumline dives into the cadence. Haha, the cadence. Let's do this. Chin held high, I lead my band onto the field for what I realize could be our final performance if the school board refuses to give us the time of day. For dramatic effect, Mr. Wiley reads our intro as he did on the first day of band camp.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to introduce the Blue Mountain High School Marching Band, presenting their 2020 field show, The Planets. Selections include Mars, Venus, Mercury, and Jupiter from the Planet Suite, composed by Gustav Holst and arranged by Victor Wiley. The band is under the direction of Victor Wiley. The drill was written by Victor Wiley.
The cadence draws to a close. Now it's the pit's turn. Once on the field, the band scatters to their opening sets while the pit plays the ethereal space junk. I take to my podium, scaling the steps with poise. As I reach the top and face the band, I'm surprised to see that all eyes are on me. Everyone is totally focused on their performance. I give them a mischievous little smile and a wink.
Drum Major Cadence! Is your band ready?
I lift my hands and start the countdown to Mars, in a display of defiance against the judges and the audience.
Yes! Let's friggin' go!
Mr. Wiley's voice is lost as the powerful melody of Mars swells across the field. The band begins in their 2 blocks of regimented lines, the picture of order. But as the music grows more aggressive, the 2 armies of brass and woodwinds converge and descend into chaos. The guard darts among their ranks, twirling rifles and sabers. Their eyes flash with ferocity as they pretend to wage war with one another. Garth carries the sole blood-colored flag, waving it wildly as if to encourage his warriors to fight. I take 2 seconds to be impressed by how smooth the forms look. The band sounds strong as well. Peter's trumpet soars above the rest as they hit the accented notes hard, and I can make out Tom's unmistakable trombone as well, playing at fortissimo. Then the final note slaps me in the face and everything grinds to a halt. Next comes the ballad. Garth glides forward for his solo, dancing with 2 flags that sparkle golden under the sun. I can hear the flutes and clarinets clearer than ever as they march forward for their moment in the spotlight. I feel Clark's stern gaze on me, sharp and unwavering as ever. At one point, I spot Pop-Tart up on his toes, marching backwards. His horn is held steady, angled perfectly towards the stands, and he does not guess at his fingerings. Nice. I see Alex marching next to Samuel's impeccable figure, his arms quivering with the weight of his instrument, but he does not break form. Venus ends quietly, peacefully, and then comes Mercury, the drumline feature. My heart sinks to the beat of the pounding drums. The drumline and the pit are the picture of focus. Drumsticks and mallets blur as they strike each note with incredible precision. Even Doug looks laser-focused on his marching and drum beats. I think I see a small smirk of pride on Aaron's face at the talented drumline he worked so hard to craft. The rest of the band incorporates the horn moves that Mr. Wiley taught them the past 2 weeks, punctuating the beats. It's over in an instant. Now it's time for Jupiter, the bringer of jollity, the grand finale. My conducting doubles in intensity as adrenaline takes over. I can hear every section of the band giving it everything they've got. I hear the noble-sounding mellophones carrying the melody, and my heart aches not to be among them, yet I could not be prouder to be standing before them. Peter arrives up front for his solo, while Sabrina gracefully twirls around him. His trumpet sings each note proudly and beautifully. Then he rejoins his section, and the powerful melody of Jupiter fills the air for the last time. I can see Susie's eyes sparkling up at me from the field, full of joy, her sousaphone sound as strong as her heart and soul. The band forms a straight line across the field, a company front. Their horns pop towards the sky as they blast out the final notes, marching as one towards the front of the field.
Yes! Yes! Bring it home!
Tears spring to my eyes as we hit the ending hard. The Blue Mountain Bandits grand finale. It's not perfect. We only just learned it after all, but everyone's hard work and love for band comes shining through. The last note soars over us and echoes throughout the mountains. I give the cutoff. The horns come down. No one moves save for their chests heaving as they fight for breath. I blink the tears away and beam at my marching band. They gaze back, eyes alight with glee. The silence is broken by one loud-mouthed trombone.
Hey!
Mr. Wiley, are you crying?
I look up at the lift where Mr. Wiley is hastily wiping his eyes. Oh no, he's really crying.
A bug flew into my eyes!
I think a bug might have flown into my eyes as well. There's a heavy pause.
Cadence, Garth, please step forward. Everyone else, meet me at the podium.
It's time. I catch Garth's eye and nod. Then I climb down from my podium as Mr. Wiley solemnly rides down the lift. The rest of the band has yet to pick up on our mood. They excitedly chatter amongst themselves. I hear Clark giving tips to his rookies, while Alex loudly brags that was his best run ever. I stand at the base of my podium, taking in the scene. knowing that we are so close to losing all of this. I almost don't notice Garth coming up to stand beside me. He briefly grabs my hand, gives it a squeeze, and lets go. Thanks, Garth. Mr. Wiley strides forward to stand in front of us. He stands there, looking at the band as they continue to chatter away. He doesn't try to quiet them down. I think he wants to take in the scene as well as me. Eventually, the band notices him and begin to quiet down on their own. They look at Mr. Wiley, somewhat curious, waiting for him to say something. He smiles weakly.
How did you feel about that run?
His question is met with a number of goods and greats.
You should feel good. Best run yet. Best run yet.
He repeats himself quietly. He could not look prouder. But I think the band is starting to pick up on the underlying sorrow. Mr. Wiley closes his eyes and says nothing for a long moment. I see looks of confusion being traded among my peers. I take a deep breath and step forward to stand next to my band director. You can do it, Mr. Wiley. He gives a tiny nod. Then he opens his eyes and faces the band.
It's time you all knew the truth.
Marching band is over.
The school board met last Thursday night and cut it from Blue Mountain's music program in order to save on funding.
A shockwave ripples through the band.
What?
Impossible! You're joking. I wish it was a joke. The board did this without consulting anyone or making it public, to try and prevent anyone from putting up a fight. I tried to use that to my advantage. I went ahead with band camp despite knowing that this was coming. You mean I just wasted 2 weeks of my life on a band that no longer exists?
No, Peter. We're still here. This band still exists.
Really?
Cadence, you knew.
Cadence and I have both known the truth for about a week now.
What? Why didn't you say anything?
The hell? Way to lie to the entire band!
We did it with good reason. We didn't want to trample your morale, and we wanted to finish out learning the show.
Are you kidding me?
But why? What even was the point of all this?
Mr. Wiley, tell them.
Right. The point is, we're not going down without a fight. They messed with the wrong band director. They didn't know how far I was willing to go to keep this band together. And now that we've learned the entire show, we're taking it straight to them. We're going to make them sit down and watch our performance. We're going to show them just how much time and effort we've put into this band, and how much it means to us. They will have to say no to our faces. In fact, I dare them to try.
Well, this sucks.
You really think this will work?
Anything is possible.
Yes! Let's do it! I'm in!
Yeah, come on!
I'm not letting them take marching band away from me when it's only just begun.
Right.
I agree. We can't let all of our hard work go to waste. So, you really want to do this? Together?
Even Eugene speaks.
We'll show them.
Don't mess with bandits!
Or you'll get a drumstick right up the
Huh? What's that?
We all look up collectively to see a helicopter hovering over our heads. Guess it's time for that as well.
It's coming in for a landing on the field. Are we finally gonna get to go on that helicopter ride?
Mr. Wiley looks to me and Garth, horrified. We stare back, reflecting his expression. Couldn't the Warden have waited to make his dramatic entrance until after our speech to the band? I try to regain the band's attention, though they are now heavily distracted by the helicopter landing in the end zone. So what do you say, bandits? Are we gonna take this battle to the school board and make them give marching band back to us?
Yeah!
We're not going down without a fight.
That we will.
We'll make them rue the day they stole our band away. Once they see how amazing our show is and how much we love band, they'll never be able to go through with it. Not to mention, they've got a whole other storm coming once our parents find out. I thrust my fist into the air. Let's give them hell! Everyone cheers. Everyone except Mr. Wiley, who is gazing past the band, slowly backing away.
Did I hear that right? The school board took away your marching band.
Yes.
It's a damn shame.
And you think you can somehow win it back?
He snorts a bit at this.
They won't care about how good your show is. There's only one thing people care about in this world.
He holds up his hand, rubbing his thumb over his pointer finger.
Right, Wiley? It sounds like you're out of a job. Lucky for you, my offer still stands. So what do you say? We still got a deal?
No.
Excuse me.
No deal, Warden. I'm backing out. Even if we do somehow manage to save the band, we will not be returning to Camp Bearpaw.
Alrighty then.
The warden turns to address the 60 band kids spread before him, who all wear matching faces that ask, what the hell is going on? He's gonna pull a gun on one of us or all of us, and it's not gonna be pretty.
You kids had a nice time here, right?
No one responds. A couple of the rookies nod.
There's nothing you can say to change my mind. Band camp is over.
The warden doesn't acknowledge Mr. Wiley, continuing to leer at the kids. I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach.
Alrighty. Then it sounds like it's time for you to go home and see your families. How about that? Doesn't that sound nice? Play your little songs for the school board to try to win back your marching band. Sounds like quite a plan.
Only the thing is, I'm gonna have to take the band director.
Yeah, I mean, you guys should have really seen that coming. All of the air leaves my lungs. A number of band members scream and reel back as if to run.
Don't move!
The warden approaches us slowly. Oh! He did bring his gun! Well, I think that's the first time I've been happy that I've seen Wiley pull his gun out, so this is kind of weird for me. In one quick movement, Mr. Wiley pulls out a gun too. But before he can aim properly...
Don't even think about it!
The warden fires off a warning shot and everyone screams.
You got some balls on you, pulling out your gun when I could off any single one of these kids.
That's kind of what I was expecting, for you to like just pick somebody, probably Cadence, as a hostage to convince Wiley to give you his kidney. Oh my god, what is happening? The warden scans his surroundings, aiming his gun at each one of us in turn. His gun comes to rest on me. You see what I'm saying? At once, tears begin rolling down my cheeks. Please!
Shut it.
Shut your mouth, Missy. Your band director is the only one I'm interested in talking to.
He faces Mr. Wiley.
Well...
I can see Tom and Peter whispering to each other, their fierce glares trained on the warden. Peter takes one step forward and Tom fiercely shakes his head. Be smart, boys. I know you can be smart and brave. I believe in you. The warden's head tilts ever so slightly, listening. He knows what they're planning. He is 100% aware of his surroundings. And his gun is still trained on me.
Don't!
Don't! Everyone stay where you are!
Mr. Wiley lowers his gun.
Don't hurt them. I'm the one you want.
Then you know what to do.
He nods in the direction of the helicopter. Mr. Wiley obediently begins his slow trek towards the helicopter. Mr. Wiley, no!
Shut it.
Let's go, Wiley.
Wait.
Mr. Wiley turns to me. His eyes look so defeated. He takes my hand and presses a set of keys into it.
You'll need these to get home. This one is for the gate. This one is for the buses. Oh, please, take Bandit with you when you leave, okay? Take good care of my little girl.
Aw, I was wondering about Bandit all this time, so she's still here. I swallow harshly. We're not leaving without you.
Look, I don't know what fate awaits me once I board that helicopter. But please, please save the band in my memory, Cadence.
Not without you.
Please say you will. For me.
I will.
Thanks, kiddo.
He turns and continues walking away to meet the warden. I speak past the lump of grief that has formed in my throat. I will, but you're going to be there to see it. We can't do this without you. Mr. Wiley doesn't reply. Once he reaches the warden disarms him with a sort of expertise I didn't expect. We watch as he kicks aside the gun, but we don't dare move and make a grab for it as the warden continues to watch us like a hawk. Then they walk to the helicopter and board it together. Once the warden is inside, I dart towards the gun and pick it up, but I'm at a loss for what to do next. The gun weighs heavy in my hands. I feel totally powerless as the helicopter blades start to whirl and it lifts off from the ground. I can only watch as Mr. Wiley is taken far away from us. Well, I don't think it was on my bingo card that Wiley would be taken hostage during this final route, but here we are.